There are human achievements that redefine what is possible. The pyramids, the moon landing, the internet. But in modern times, one structure stands apart. A construction so vast that it didn't just transform a river, an economy, or a nation. It altered the very rotation of the planet itself. Welcome to the story of the Three Gorges Dam, the megastructure that slowed the Earth. This is a story of ambition, sacrifice, and consequences on a planetary scale. To understand it, we begin with the river at the heart of China, the Yangtze. A story stretching centuries, built on water and its power. This is their river, their lifeline. And for generations, the Yangtze gave life, and sometimes death. The Yangtze stretches over 6,300 kilometers, Asia's longest river, once the lifeblood of entire regions. Farmers relied on its waters to irrigate rice paddies. Fishermen cast nets into its depths. Entire cities grew along its banks, thriving on transport and trade. But the Yangtze is also a river of destruction. In 1931, floods killed an estimated 4 million people, one of history's deadliest disasters. Later floods in 1954, 1998, and 2010 displaced millions more. Generations of leaders believed the river had to be controlled to secure the nation's future. The idea of control became a national obsession, and so the thought of a dam across the Yangtze moved from dream to plan. As early as 1919, Sun Yat-sen suggested a dam could prevent floods and generate electricity. The vision predated modern engineering, an idea ahead of its time. In the 1940s, American engineers surveyed the Yangtze for potential dam sites. Mao Zedong revived the dream in 1956, declaring we should build a dam larger than Aswan. Yet for decades, the project remained a fantasy, costly and technically daunting. As China rose in the late 20th century, the dream returned, stronger than ever. By the 1990s, planning turned into commitment. What followed was one of the most ambitious engineering projects ever attempted. In 1994, construction officially began on the Three Gorges Dam. The project demanded sacrifices on an unimaginable scale. Entire landscapes were reshaped as concrete rose across the Yangtze. More than 1.3 million people were forced to relocate as towns disappeared beneath the reservoir. Many were resettled in hastily built towns, struggling to rebuild their lives. Farmers who had tilled the same land for generations were uprooted. Archaeological sites and ancient temples were submerged, history lost beneath water. Internationally, the project sparked fierce debate. Environmentalists warned of devastation. Engineers questioned whether such a structure could truly control the river. China pressed forward. When we speak of the Three Gorges Dam, we speak of sheer, almost incomprehensible size. Length, 2,335 meters. Height, 185 meters. Concrete used, 27.2 million cubic meters. Steel used, 463,000 tons. Enough to build dozens of Eiffel Towers. Reservoir length, over 600 kilometers. Hydroelectric capacity, 22,500 megawatts from 34 massive turbines. That's nearly twice the next largest dam, about the equivalent of 11 nuclear plants. For perspective, the Hoover Dam generates about 2,000 megawatts. The Three Gorges produces more than 10 times that. By 2006, the dam was structurally complete. By 2012, all turbines were operational. The Yangtze, once wild, now bowed to human control. For China, the dam became a declaration. We can accomplish what once seemed impossible. It became a symbol of pride and technical power, a modern Great Wall, a monument to human ambition. But the story was far from over. When such masses move, the consequences can become planetary. Scientists began to measure surprising effects. Think of a figure skater spinning. Pull arms in, spin faster, extend them, you slow. Earth works the same way. Moving mass changes the planet's moment of inertia. By creating a reservoir holding nearly 40 cubic kilometers of water, humanity shifted mass significantly. NASA scientists calculated the result. Earth's rotation slowed. The day lengthened by about 0.06 microseconds. millionths of a second. Imperceptible to us, but measurable, a first for an intentional human project. On a planetary scale, it is monumental. Humanity altering the spin of our planet. It required precise measurement and international verification. The redistribution also caused Earth to wobble slightly on its axis, a motion scientists call polar motion. The measured shift was about 2 centimeters. Tiny, yes, but clearly measurable with modern geodesy. Natural events can also change rotation. The 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake sped Earth's rotation by microseconds. But the Three Gorges case is different. It was intentional, an act of engineering. Humanity, for the first time, deliberately reshaped Earth's physics. Such shifts matter to precise systems, GPS, satellite timing, and geophysical models. Even microsecond changes force recalibration of high-precision systems. The dam's benefits are undeniable. Electricity for millions, reducing reliance on coal. Navigation improved, ships travel farther inland, turning inland cities into ports. Estimates suggest it cuts carbon emissions by over 100 million metric tons yearly. It holds back peak floodwaters, protecting millions downstream. Economically, it boosted whole regions. For many, the dam delivered opportunity and energy security, but the costs are grave. Over 1.3 million people displaced, entire communities lost. The Yangtze's ecosystem suffered. Fish breeding grounds vanished. The Baiji, the river dolphin, is now functionally extinct, a symbol of ecological loss. The Three Gorges Dam is a paradox, an engineering marvel and a cautionary tale. For some, a source of pride, for others, a symbol of hubris. It reminds us our actions now reach a planetary scale. If dozens of projects redistributed mass, cumulative effects could become significant. Even microsecond changes affect clocks and satellites, forcing recalibration. Could humanity intentionally alter day length or polar motion? The door is open. The story is a lesson. We can move mountains, tame rivers, and alter planetary systems. But should we? Engineering brings trade-offs: cultural, environmental, human. The Three Gorges. Dam tamed a river. It powered a nation, and it touched the stars.